via Secretariat, especially to Durbil and also Karen personally, for their efforts in, you know, putting this working group into reality. Because I remember us discussing this issue of SVODs, and especially notably Netflix, at many different occasions in executive committee meetings, in Eurovia meetings. So we were underlining, especially some of the very concerned or interested parties and unions, underlining all the time that we might need a small working group, and I think it worked quite a while also, that it resulted with this seminary at the beginning, at least, and which was very useful and helpful for all of us. And I also want to start by giving an example on this health and safety issue. When we scheduled this meeting for the end of April, I was in Turkey and preparing myself to come to the meeting, and something happened at the beginning of April. We had a very sad work accident, which resulted with the death of a colleague from the Decors and Arts team during the preparation phase of the second Netflix original show in Turkish language. So a working accident which resulted with the loss of someone. And I took note of this to our colleagues first, and then they also they let me ask the concrete question, because we prepared some questions beforehand to ask to Netflix people during the meeting, and the secretary kindly wanted me to ask the question about health and safety, which was ironically very nice, I think so, and without even naming the accident, but then during the discussions that they asked for it, and we gave information, and I saw that they weren't aware of it at all, nothing. So that was also useful in the sense to let them know things, maybe, and that's why they said we are open to know. And when I asked this question, the question was something like, what were their stance for having discussions on common occupational health and safety standards or rules, you know, or a common protocol or something like that. And they said they were very open, at least to discuss this, but nothing further, that's for sure, for the moment. But they seem to be open on many other issues as well. They seem to be open on discussing collective agreements with national unions. They seem to be very open to have bilateral contacts and regular contacts with on the field with unions. But they seem, to me at least, also to be quite happy with their existing operation system, which bases on operating through local producers and putting them all the blame and responsibility, and taking no responsibility for nothing, but having all the rights at the same time. So this is a very good operating system for them, and I get the impression that they're very happy with it, and they don't really want to change that too much. So I don't know in the future what will be our limits for in the collective bargaining, but nevertheless, I think the first impression was very good. And also, from another point of view, I want to finish by saying something very honest. From our union, from our point of view, we should admit that in Turkish union, we are not a very strong union. I mean, although we try to be active, you know, we try to work a lot, do many things, even also active here in FIA or other instances, but we have to admit that we are not in a strong position. And we don't have laws, regulations, or collective agreements that protects us, supports us, you know, nationally. In power relations, we are always at the weak side, unfortunately, and unfortunately sometimes even our active members do not make our job easier. So that is to say that in such a context, I think, without FIA's support, we would almost never have this leverage, or at least this opportunity to have a talk with Netflix, with a global, huge media company. We can't even have dialogue with our own local producers. So this is, I mean, I'm saying this before finishing, just to thank to all FIA structure, FIA family. Now that Fern is also here on her behalf, and vice presidents are here, to all FIA administration, the FIA secretariat, Dominic, and everybody, and especially you guys, all of you, with your solidarity, that we feel more stronger here in FIA, by FIA, that we are nationally in our country. So I believe this is really, really a very, very good power, and thank you for that. And I want to leave the floor to Karen for that she explains a little bit what the working party agreed upon and want to propose to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you both for that.